Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another great episode of the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. Of course, you know I am the man on the street.
Welcome, Pharaoh King.
Tell dog, my baby old cat, how you doing?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We've been gone for, a week from this show, but we are back and be back better than ever. But if this is your first time ever checking us out, this is how we always start all our podcasts off. We always got to ask the brothers, how's the day? Tim Dog, how's your day, my brother?
Man, my day was okie was a copacetic Okadoy all right, as Heavy D said in his movie. His song. But man, I went to normally every now and then I treat my mom out to different places. And one of the places I always go to is a place called Atman's. Atman's is a delicatessen that's been in Baltimore for like 130 years. And it's in a section of Baltimore used to call Pigtown because that's where back in the day, that's where they used to slaughter and you get your fresh meat and shit from back then. But the area back there is still called that, even though it's not that anymore. Anyway, I digress. They have the best sandwiches in the entire city, entire state, probably on the eastern seaboard, except for maybe New York. The Jewish delis up there are really good. And this is one of those Jewish restaurants that just stuck around and people go there, luncheons. I mean, it's always crowded. But the thing about the place is it's real small, even though they opened up another spot. And I go there and get my mama sandwich. These sandwiches, I'm talking 4-5 inches thick. Corned beef, pastrami, any way you want. Right? I mean, they have all kind of, and they won all awards, and people from all over the state in the tri-state area, they come there just to get their sandwiches. So I went and got my mom, and she always loves it, and it just feels good because I don't get them often, but when I do, and I surprise her, she's always happy. So that was my day right there, and I apologize for being late on the start, but I was just down there finishing digesting part of the second half of the sandwich because I don't think you can eat the whole thing by itself.
And where you say where is it located at?
This is in Baltimore, downtown Baltimore, near the harbor, in a section of Baltimore. We called it Pigtown.
Okay. Because what's the name of the joint again?
It's called Atman's, Attmans.
Okay.
And they are by far the best deli sandwiches that you can ever get. Reuben, pastrami, and they make their own pickles too.
Okay, well, next time I be more, I'm gonna have to check them out, man.
Man, you ain't gonna eat no pork. I don't even know why you talking about that.
Well, he got different type of sandwiches. This shit,
and they just pork. They got the roast beef is to kill for. I tell you that.
Beef, they got other type of sandwiches. So the next time I'm down that way, I'm gonna have to check it out, man. Glad that.
Ask your cousin about it. He knows, I'm sure.
Yeah, glad to hear that you're still enjoying yourself down there in Bmore. Pharaoh King, man, how was your day, my brother?
Good. I'm on leave, and took my time waking up. Hey, I enjoyed the day.
How was the trip?
Oh, it was stressful, guys. Let me tell you now. This is something I want you guys to know. If you haven't experienced it, I wish I never would have. After I got past Macon, about this town called Cordele, I guess is what it's called. I made an exit. I'm on my way to Florida. I get a beep on the dashboard saying that my tire pressure is low on the right-hand side, right front tire. I pull off exactly at this Goodyear place. I don't know what it was. I guess mom was looking after us, but it was a perfect hole right close to the sidewall, but it wasn't in the sidewall. And this janky place patched my tire and sent us on our way. Okay.
What?
Mind you, I got no receipt because it wasn't a
transaction.
You know what I'm saying? It was just, here.
Yeah, we know.
The dude asked for 10. I gave him 20 for saving her life. Let's fast forward to that was a Friday morning. Saturday morning, I get up at 9 o'clock to get over. Well, I get up and at 9 o'clock, I'm at the dealership, Enterprise, to trade the car in. Yeah. They have no cars. I'm like, oh shit. So they say go to the Pep Boys, they repair tires for us. They're on a contract. 15 minutes to be authorized to fix your tire.
Yeah.
6 hours later, they didn't fix the tire because they told me to come all the way back here to Augusta to get the tire fixed. Because I learned when I brought the car back, I was in a different zone. They got different zones, people. I was in zone 55. This is zone 26.
Yeah.
I found this out after everything. Mind you, I'm down there. I done came back with my family. My asshole's tight. My back's tight because I'm stressed. I done drove around the whole weekend on a plug tire. And it's not that I didn't trust the tire. It's that I paid for a service and they did not honor it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what got me. So, long story short, folks, my sister, and here's the ironic thing. I was on the phone. My sister, she had an issue with her tire in her rental that she got in Orlando, and they told her the same thing. And this is for budget.
That'll make no sense. I thought they all was the same thing. Enterprise.
Right. So I could have traded the tire in, yes.
Yeah.
But it was the authorization process that's saying that I had to be in another to come back. I'm like, and then I told the lady, I'm in a different time zone and a different area. I cannot go back to where I brought the car from because that negates me calling to get the tire fixed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, fellas, that's on top of being in a hotel room that was tight. Everything else was fine. Other than that, out there, saw some family, saw some more people. Dad got to see some folks.
Yeah.
But that was the thing that stressed me out on the trip was the vehicle.
Yeah. Man. Like you said,
but then I get back here and I had to take my car and get it towed to I went to hey Chuck, the man on the street, the Beacon Auto Shop over here by Kroger.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I took it there, man. $800. They're gonna take care of my alternator for me.
Okay. All right. But like I say though, man, you pay for a service, you just want your service. Y'all should tell me that in the beginning when I'm filling out this contract. Hey, if you're going down to Florida, this doesn't cover you in Florida. Well, what's the purpose of me getting it then if it's not going to cover me down there in Florida? I got to come all the way back. Okay, so you telling me I get to Florida, tires bad, so I got to drive 6 hours back to get the tires fixed. Then I'm going to drive all the way back to Florida that makes no damn sense. Yeah,
you got to read the fine print.
Yeah.
That's not even in the fine print. It was.
I know. I'm just being facetious.
No, because I looked at it. I looked at it. Trust me, I looked.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it is, it's more so that you only have certain operating hours on the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they open from 9 to 12 on the weekend. People rent all the time.
Yeah.
So why would you only have like Monday through Friday to up to 6 or 7 some places, 5 o'clock here in Augusta, but then you're on the weekend, you're 9 to 12.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Well, man, but we're glad to see that you made it back, man. And the next trip will be way better than this one.
But I will say that they did give me a day back on the rental, and the guy told me to, for wasting my time, and he said to look him up again. He'll try to give me a better deal on a bigger vehicle. So
okay, then, man, I'm glad to hear
upgrade my class. How about that?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that you made it back safely, man. We all have those trips like that, and hopefully my next trip won't be as bad as that one. As for me, Pharaoh, just like you, man, had to take a week off. Still got 64 more hours I got to take before October. So, I'm gonna go ahead and take my damn leave before they try to take it back. It's basically the same thing, man. Waking up when you want to wake up, work around the house, do what I need to do around the house. Other than that, I want to send a shout out, man. I went down home on this past weekend. They had Cousin's Day. The young lady, can't remember her name right now, but she got a nice restaurant in Charlotte. Her and her husband said, I went to school with him. They threw this was the 5th annual Cousin Day down there where I'm from. It was a nice turnout. People had a good time, no incident. So, that's always great when you get families together and there's no incident. It was really nice, man. Mm-hmm. And like I told my boy Mike, he's a housey. His last name is Brockington, but he's a housey. I told him, man, ask y'all motherfuckers. If anybody get in a fight with y'all, They could be fighting all goddamn week, all month. Kiss her ass.
Ah!
Hey, that's the Campbells. That's the Campbells.
I say
He
this
like the
ass
Campbell.
man. But I want to shout out my cousin. My cousin,
Man.
we call her Ann, but my cousin Barbara, man, she came all the way from Florida, came up, you know, and my other cousins. And my cousin flew down from Colorado, him and his wife. So we had a good turnout, man. Good family turnout. You know, got there chill, of course, smoking cigars and drinking and having a good goddamn time. But ladies and gentlemen, that's how our week went. Or better yet, how our day went. You know, if you want to let us know how your day went, hit us in the goddamn comments so we can hear how your day went. So, but fellas, we here for sports, and let's get into it. Man, brothers, man, like I say, sports is kind of shaky, but we got some good topics for us to talk about. And this one, man, it's just crazy because he was one of the coaches that coached one of the best three players at that time. And I'm talking about Don Nelson.
Don Arvid Nelson solidified his basketball legacy in Game 7 of the 1969 NBA Finals with his game-winning jumper sealing an 11th title for the Boston Celtics. Normally, a highlight like that would represent the climax of a storybook career. However, Nelly was anything but normal. The five-time NBA champion turned to coaching, creating mismatches on the floor with smaller, faster lineups. In 1988, Nelly would take his talents to Golden State, pushing the Nelly ball to the forefront with the help of Run TMC, the super talented trio of Chris Mullin, Mitch Richmond, and Tim Hardaway.
Marshall Otis. Mullin, 2-1. 1.2 seconds to go, and Chris Mullin, in cool, calm, composed fashion, hits it.
Nelson and the Warriors parted ways in 1995, only to be reunited 11 years later, when more history was made. In the first round of the 2007 NBA playoffs, Nelly's We Believe Warriors upset the Dallas Mavericks, becoming the first 8 seed ever to win a 7-game series. Don Nelson would eventually retire as the winningest coach in NBA history. Rest easy, Nelly.
You know, I didn't know Nelly was on those Boston teams. Yeah, I didn't know. That's history for me. When I heard this and I saw this, man, because I always thought he was a head coach, and that's all I knew. And then to find out that he was on those teams, winning 5 championships. Hey, where to go with that? But with that being said, Pharaoh, would Don Nelson be remembered more for his 1,335 coaching wins, or for helping create the fast-paced, positionless style we see in today's NBA?
Oh, definitely the most winningest head coach, because we know him as a head coach. Like I said, kudos to being a 5-time champion.
Yeah,
because now they just added more to the nostalgia of this man and knowing how he became what he was. Because I'm pretty sure with those Celtics, they were pretty fast in that era of playing ball themselves. So he probably took something from there and brought it to his coaching style. And it's cool that you put in there positionless, whatever you call it.
Yeah,
Positionless.
Positionless.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sound like Meryl Streep, them big teeth.
I know.
Don't worry about it. Don't hate on me. Don't hate on me.
But that is fact.
Can't find the button.
Negro, please. Negro, please.
Go ahead.
Hey, whatever. That is factual, because that's exactly what the NBA is now. There's no position. It's just people, if you can handle the ball or you're in a certain area. And we see that more now than any other time we've ever watched the game, because I believe I can't remember who said it, but they were saying basically the reason why you have positions now is so people know what players are on the court.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, so take away, those positions, and it's just 5 people running around. So
that's right.
Yeah, that's a great point there.
Yeah.
But definitely Don Nelson, definitely he's same age as my dad, 1940.
Yeah, and You saw who was one of his assistant coaches on the bench, did you? Didn't you? Did you saw who it was?
No, I ain't paid
Popovich.
attention.
It was Popovich. Craig
Popovich?
Yeah, Craig Popovich was on the bench. When I guess when he coached on Golden State. So
Right.
yeah. So his tree, his coaching tree, he got a great one under there. And like you say, when you think about that team that they had, Tim Dog, when you have Run TMC, they was fast paced, sort of like the Lakers in the early 80s. Showtime Lakers. They brought that to Golden State, even though he didn't win a championship, but he brought that style of play. So
who was it? Who was the coach that took it from him? That was at Dallas and took it to Phoenix.
Oh man, that's a good question.
You know what I'm talking about? Because Steve Nash used to run it.
Oh, you talk about oh shit. Oh, I know you're talking about. It's gonna come to me before the show.
Because that's who I actually thought was the originator of it until that piece just came out.
Yeah, but because they didn't play no defense, they were just up and down the court.
Yeah, you got to outscore.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna come to me, man. I don't think it was Adam, man. It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me, man. But that being said, with that being said, Tim Dog, will Don Nelson be remembered more for his 1,335 coaching wins, or for helping create the fast-paced, positionless style we see in today's NBA?
To me, it depends on who you ask. People like us, we're gonna say, "Oh man, it has to be, all of the wins that he, all the wins he had, and bringing in a different kind of offense." And then you have the players that may say, "A coach that pushed me and made me be the player that I am." Because Tim Hardaway and oh my God, what is that?
Chris Mullins.
Even Chris Mullins, not Chris Mullins, but Chris Webber.
Yeah, Webb.
He always credits Don Nelson for him being a better player, because Chris Webber, he was the one that even though the coach didn't like it, he used to have a big man out there shooting threes, and he used to bring Chris Webber in all the time. But yeah, like I said, it just depends on you ask. If you ask me, I'm going to say damn near everything, because I didn't know he won. How many with the Celtics?
5.
7?
5.
Damn.
That's why I say.
And I'm sure they retired his number.
And that's what I'm saying too. When you see this, and like I say, I know him as a head coach. I didn't know he played for Boston. I didn't know he won 5 NBA championship. I didn't know he sealed the game in Game 7. You see what I'm saying? So he did something that a lot of people don't even know about as a player. So he learned under they consider Albach one of the greatest coaches of all time. So he learned his style basically, like you say, Pharaoh, under Albach.
Oh, it was Don Nelson.
Yeah, talking about Red Auerbach.
It was Don Nelson that coached Dallas and Phoenix.
Okay, but like I say though, he brought that style of play, just like that, just like the 80s. I mean, with Showtime Lakers, he brought that to them as well. But that being said, though, Pharaoh, we always got to talk about this as well. Nelson's one of the winningest coaches in NBA history, but he never won a championship as a head coach. Should that keep him from being considered one of the greatest coaches ever?
Never, because like I said, if bum ass Dan Marino, and the only reason I'm saying that is because of his recent antics, made it to the Hall of Fame without getting the championship. Why couldn't he? Why can't he? I mean, he set the bar for a lot of teams, and he's helped a lot of players, like you said, and Chris Webber attain a level of professionalism and style of play that has made their careers better. And like I said, he's a 5-time NBA champion. Of course, he's going to get in there. As a player.
He's already there.
Player. I don't know if as a head coach, I know he's in the Hall of Fame. He's already in there as a Hall of Fame head coach. But I'm just saying that, he never won it. He never, how they say, he won 5 as a player, but he never won one as a head coach, even though he got 1,335 wins. I
don't think what's the name is a Major League champ winner. Is he the Ken Griffey Jr.? He didn't win one, is he?
No.
Yeah, he's Hall of Fame, so
but see, and that's the thing though. Does the championship dictate whether we consider you one of the greatest players or not? And
That's just
that,
the
that's
icing
what
on
I'm
the
saying
cake.
too. Some
That's
people
cherry on top. That's
to
just cherry on top.
Yeah,
Cherry on
and,
top. Because like I said, there's a lot of great players. They just been in bad situations and bad positions, to never get to the championship. It's hard. It's
yeah. It's not.
I
It's
mean,
not.
look at Jerry West.
Yeah, he only won one. He was one of the
Yeah,
greatest.
it's like so it's hard. And he went to all those too, but he
Yeah, he
already
went to a
proved
bunch
himself
of
as a
yeah.
player. Right? As a coach, he's a coach.
Yeah, and Joe, Joe, he was on the team with Bill Russell. The last one, the 11th championship that Bill Russell won, yeah, he was on that team. But yeah, Tim Dawes, same question to you. Nelson is one of the winningest coaches, but a lot of people say, can he be one of the greats without winning an NBA championship? Your thoughts?
It's a little too late for that. I mean, he is one of the greats. He's in there as a coach, but to me, that was his greatest attribute, not his skills as a player. I mean, I don't know his stats when he was with Boston. He could have been a role player off the bench, but either way, he's still a part of that team, and he deserves to, get the accolades that come along with it. But he is an Illinois basketball coach Hall of Fame as a player.
Yeah.
His jersey was retired with the Boston Celtics. Des Moines Sunday Register Hours Sports Hall of Fame, the Quad City Sports Hall of Fame, the University Hour Athletics Hall of Fame, and the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame. So that right there tells me that people see him as the greatest coach. I mean, all these people associate him with greatness, with winning. He got the most wins in the NBA, and I mean, even though he didn't win a championship, but he's still one of those great coaches. I give a damn. I mean, it could have went either way when he's with Golden State, especially when they had Tim Hardaway, and then when they played, who was it? The Lakers? No, it wasn't the Lakers. Was it?
Well, during that time, man, it was hard. The years that he was coaching Golden State, man, that's the Jordan years. You had Jordan. You still had to go to Jordan. You still had the Lakers out there in the West as well.
Phoenix.
You still had Portland.
Utah, that's what
you had Portland. You had Portland, and you had Utah. So it was kind of hard. And for him to took that team, especially run TMC, it's just one of them things that we appreciated as a fan. But that style of basketball is what we're watching right now, and that we can't really stand. But he did do something. He saw a big man like Webb out to get your big ass down in the damn paint. This shit's not going to happen in that way.
Get your ass down there.
Yeah, but that being said, Pharaoh, we're moving right along with this one. From winning 5 championships as a Celtic player to coaching, I didn't know he coached Milwaukee, Dallas, Golden State, and he even coached the New York Knicks. I didn't know he coached the Knicks. What ultimately defined Don Nelson NBA legacy?
Golden State. I think Golden State defines it because he spent 2 times there.
Yeah.
And also being the first 8 seed to upset the number 1 seed.
The number 1 seed.
7 games. So that right there alone is a history stat that's always going to be there. So I believe, Golden State is going to be his staple.
I don't think he upset the number 1 seed. I think he was the first 8 seed to win a Game 7 series. The first team.
However you want to say it.
The first team to upset the number 1 was Denver, the Golden State. Remember when Mutombo had the ball and he's on the ground?
Yeah.
So he was the first. He was the first head coach to upset Game 7 series, not the first in number 1. Yeah, but I understand what you were saying, though.
Yeah.
Tim Dawes, same question. From winning 5 championships as a Celtics player to coaching memorable teams with Milwaukee, Dallas, New York, and Golden State, what would be ultimately on Don Nelson legacy?
I'm going to say what Pharaoh said, Golden State. But more importantly, I'm going to say the second time around. The first time he was there long, and he didn't really get the accolades of them until towards he left the end of Golden State. But when he came back, I mean, Baron Davis, Monte Ellis, Matt Barnes, Jason Richardson, Steven Jackson, Al Harrington, and then they got Chris Webber later on. But I mean, to me, Golden State, and like we were saying on the panel, that's where he pretty much put the signature on the defense positionless basketball when he got there. Most when he was in Dallas and other places, he probably was perfecting it, not having the players to really perform the way that he wants it. But at Golden State, boy, I remember them days, boy. Oh yeah, them in Utah, and that's what it was. So the second time around was him in Utah in one of the Western Conference championships. And
yeah, you know, as for me,
Utah
man, I
got the
think
best of them.
I think all the wins, because you have to have a winning attitude, and your team has to buy in for you to win all those games. I think he passed on all back for being in and winning this coach, even though, like you say, Farrell, he might have not won the championship as the head coach, but the players that he coached, hey, they would say that, you know, he is a championship head coach. And like I say, his coaching tree, you know, he got Pop, he got others that have won NBA championships. So they took what they learned from him and took it to where they needed to go. But just another loss for the NBA, a coach that a lot of people look up to, like you say, Tim Dahl, and he's going to be missed. And once again, didn't know he was on the goddamn ball. I'm going to keep going back to that, man, because I didn't know he was on the damn Boston Celtics team playing with Bill Russell. That is crazy when you think about it. Real crazy, man. But fellas, man, before I answer this next question, did y'all see with you say his name, Monte Ellis? Tim Dahl? Did y'all heard he say that he would have won no championship with Golden State instead of Steph Curry if they had kept them? Do y'all believe that? I just need a quick answer, yes or no, Farrell.
Okay, so he said Monte Ellis said what?
He said that if he had stayed on Golden State Warriors, he would have won those championships. Besides,
Steph
before
Steph Curry,
with Steph Curry.
I think he want to believe that, but like you said, that was an era of basketball. That was an era of basketball where, I don't think he would have saved him.
You don't think so?
No, because the West was tough back then. The West was tough. I mean, you had Golden State, you had like you said,
I'm gonna read what he said. Former Golden State Warriors guard Monte Ellis sparked major controversy by claiming the franchise would have enjoyed the same championship success if he had stayed instead of Steph Curry.
Hell no.
Nah.
Like I said,
no.
I think he just wanted his name back out there, and he did it with that bullshit. So
yeah, there you go. There you go.
With that bullshit statement. Yeah, so your name is out there for being dumb for saying that.
No, Monte Ellis about to come out with a new podcast. That's what it is.
You know, it's easy to say. It's easy to say that you could have done it, but when you had your chance, you didn't do it.
That's why they traded your ass.
That's like everything. Everything is like that. Like me, you know, I should have got my master's degree, but I didn't do it, and I had the opportunity. So
you had the opportunity to do that, and just like they say, it came together because we always say that my man Mark Jackson got shafted. He basically built that team into what they did, and of course, Steve Kerr took what he learned from Phil Jackson and got them over the hump. And Steph wasn't Steph; he was becoming Steph. But I hate to say, Montez, you don't shoot the ball like Steph. You're a great shooter.
You shoot the ball like stuff.
Yeah,
and the other dude.
Yeah. Clay.
Clay. Yeah. I mean, without
Clay.
him, you know, there's
Clay
no.
Thompson.
Yeah, there's no championship.
I'm just saying, it's just the fact that, like you say, Farrell, you could have had a championship, but I don't think you put in the work like Steph, because Steph shoot that bitch from anywhere. Hey, who's that comedian? Oh man, what's my man from the Upshaws? Oh man, he's from
Upshaws.
Oh, Mike Epps. Talk about Steph. He just out there playing. He just shoot the ball and turn around and shoot his mouth like a damn kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and Steph, like you say,
that makes you mad as hell.
It makes you mad as hell. And you have to think about it when people talk about basketball history, that Steph Curry is going to be one of the reasons they say Steph Curry changed the game, because now everybody want to shoot threes and everybody can't shoot threes the way that Steph does. But I just wanted to bring that up quick, like fellas, because I saw that. I want to get y'all
that's
take on
pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, if the coaches under Don Nelson, notable Greg Popovich, Avery Johnson, and Rick Carlisle.
Okay.
That's pretty
Dale
good.
Harris,
Mm.
Keith Smart, and Scott Skiles.
Okay. Yeah, Scott Skiles used to coach. Yeah, Scott Skiles used to coach.
Yeah.
He used to play for I think he used to play for Orlando. I know. I think
Yeah,
he
he played
coached
for
Orlando.
Orlando.
As well.
Yeah, Orlando.
Yeah, he used to coach. Yeah, I think he's one of the small guards too. Like
Yeah,
he probably been a little taller than Muggsy, but he's in that damn same range.
Yeah, he's like
little.
5'11".
Yeah, that same range. Fellas, man, this is another incident, and I never thought we'd be talking about this, but
Uh-oh.
they talking about it, so we have to talk about it.
You'll see a Dejanay Carrington as Sophie Cunningham comes down, gets her right across the face, coming down, trying to prevent the layup, but that is just a hard hit. That's definitely going to be upgraded, I think, to a flagrant too, Ryan.
I think that is going to be a flagrant too. There is wind up, there is follow through, there's potential for injury.
Without
Sophie
question.
Cunningham in a vulnerable position in the air.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question why Sophie Cunningham got up and took exception to that hit from Dejanay Carrington.
There it is, fellas, man. Everybody's been talking about this, Tim Dow. So, get the question here. Was Carrington foul on Sophie Cunningham a dirty play or just an aggressive basketball play that went too far?
Aggressive play that fucking went too far because she wasn't, you could see her hands were up. She was trying to go for the ball. But when old girl jumps up, to shoot the ball, it was just the momentum of her going forward and old girl jumping up, and it just collided. And it just happened. It's just one of those things. Now, the reaction that, oh man, it was just a hard foul that just really went too long. That's it.
Yeah,
I don't see any militia. They talk, the wind up. There was no wind up.
Yeah, but like I said, it's competitive basketball, and she did get a flagrant foul with that foul being said. So did Cunningham deserve a flagrant too, and ejection, or was the punishment too harsh for the contact?
Absolutely, because that damn wig itself deserves a goddamn flagrant foul. So
unbelievable.
yeah. So, but on the aspect of the play, your ass can't jump. You run it down there with your hands up, and the girl's already going in for the layup.
Yeah.
I won't say so much the ejection, but I will say that it definitely was a flagrant foul because momentum-wise or whatnot, you did put your arm around her neck and bring her down.
Yeah.
So, and for that old girl to have a reaction, you too would get up and shove somebody for choking you to the ground.
I think the reaction.
Yeah, so
and I think
she probably would have been knocked out.
I will definitely say a flagrant foul.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people probably say the same thing that you say as well, Farrell. So with that being said, Tim Dog, does Cunningham's own reputation as a physical player affect how seriously fans should take her criticism of Carrington? Because she said that it was a dirty play. And I don't know if y'all ever seen one of her plays that she did. It was a young lady going up for the layup, and she damn near had her in a goddamn headlock and took her ass down to the ground. So people are saying, how can you say this about Carrington when you yourself have been doing plays similar to that? Your thoughts, Tim Dog?
Well, she just got caught, and she didn't think that anybody would, be that physical with her because of her reputation, as a bully. Now the bully got bullied, and now the bully is crying foul. So, but they, it's always different when the shoe's on the other foot.
Yeah, and talking about and talking about the shoes on the other foot. Y'all saw the play that she did. I want you, Farrell, tell me what was the difference. Of course, that's Cunningham giving Caitlin Clark a dap. And on that was just a regular foul. It wasn't called a flagrant one, nothing. It was just a regular foul. So
that was a windup.
Yeah, but they say that she went for the ball in all the comments.
Yeah, that's fine.
Farrell, what's the difference in that play and what we saw and everybody is, you know, hate to say it this way, but they got their panties all up in a bunch.
One was a wind up, and the other one was not. That's the difference. But as far as being flagrant foul, yes, it should be, because the person was going for a shot and you hit him across the face in the head neck area. That should be a flagrant foul. That simple.
All right, Tim Dog, your thoughts on the difference? Like I say, it's damn near the same type of play.
Yeah.
The
You know what I'm
difference
saying?
was Caitlin Clark doing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a plus two.
That's the only difference.
all right. Then
that what's his fat ass Pat McAfee called a bitch. Yeah. Her.
Yeah. But that being said, Tim Dog, y'all saw the two plays. So should intent matter when judging dangerous foul, or should the result of the contact be enough to justify an ejection?
Intent, definitely. And with that, you could see her intent on Avery block attempt is totally different than Caitlin Clark's wind up, because she came from South Carolina, swept through Florida, you know, with that low pressure system, and came through the net. And came through the net. But yet, let somebody do that to Caitlin Clark. Oh, their career is over.
Yeah, and you know, of course, girl, she's the darling of MAGA right now. They love her to death because of what she says, what she said about the trans. We're gonna talk about that here in a minute. But she talked about physicality, but now she's crying wolf. And fellas, this is one of those situations that everybody is talking about, you know, and it's just crazy, and it leads us into our sports discussion.
An absolute disgrace. That's what one fan is calling the decision from referees during this moment at a WNBA game on Saturday. Chicago Sky guard Dejani Carrington was ejected and charged with a flagrant 2 foul because of this block against Indiana Fever player Sophie Cunningham. Now, the moment escalated when both players had to be held back from going at one another. And when asked why Cunningham was not issued a technical foul for pushing Carrington after that play, refs called the reaction acceptable due to the severity of the initial contact. Now, Carrington blasted the Indiana Fever team after being axed from the game. This is what she posted on Threads.
And fellas, man, it done went further than that on Threads. Even the guy down there in Florida, he said that if that had happened in their states, in the state of Florida, he would have charged her with assault. So, with that being said, fellas, why has the Carrington Cunningham incident become bigger than the foul itself? And how much are race, politics, and personal beliefs influencing the way fans choose sides? Tim Dog, your thoughts first.
Excuse me. It's a way to divide us, starting from the top on down. Caitlin Clark's been set up ever since college to be the great white hope. And anything and everything that's done to her is criminal, but it's okay if she does the same thing. It's overlooked. And with that double standards, it's because of the political climate that we're in. And everyone knows that the MAGA movement is only expressing how they truly feel about people who are not them.
Yeah.
They're showing their true colors. They're showing how they really feel about Americans, their neighbors. And it's dividing not just the country, but the sports that we love to enjoy.
Yeah, and you know the crazy part about the crazy part about this foul is this just would have been just a regular foul. Hey, she played hard, she got the tech and moved on. But just like you say, Pharaoh, if you read some of the comments, which I have been reading, they talk about Carrington with the blonde hair. Oh, she wanted to be white. She wanted to be like us. Oh, you know what would happen if Cunningham would come on the floor with an afro? She'd be called racist. You know, things of this nature. Or better yet, you know, all the black women in the NBA are a bunch of thugs. You know what I'm saying? They can't help themselves. So this done went from being just a competition or hard foul of two players to something where people are choosing sides. So what are your thoughts, Pharaoh?
First of all, the people that are making these comments don't even know about the history of how black people have natural blonde hair in the first fucking place. So they don't know the history of black people.
No, they don't know shit. Yeah.
All right. And then when you start making these accusations, you don't know much about basketball, or you wouldn't even be even thinking about the things that you're saying. Because as far as I'm concerned, WNBA has become a racial and political joke.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. For all these dumbasses who have no idea about the game. Because you can't say that about the NBA, because there's too many black people in the NBA for them to fucking acknowledge any of this. First of all, get y'all's athleticism up so you can be out there and make these calls and things like that. But you can't, because you stuck ass and you sit at home. So with that being said, the media needs to streamline and get this shit under control, because it's their fault that this stuff goes on. And there's not an even kill. Like, you can't go to every stadium or every arena and the referees call the same plays. Yeah. Everybody is judgmental or opinionated on what they think that should be called or not. It's not across the board. And like we said before, after the game, I think the referees should have post-game interviews to see what they did wrong or did good. And I believe that would stop a lot of this, because now they're getting graded on the spot.
But then again, Pharaoh, like y'all say, I think both of y'all say this tonight and before, it seems as though that the referees have to call it one way for certain players, and then they want them to be fair with everybody else. No, just call it fair straight down the goddamn line. And then if you do have a bad call, like you just say, hey, we can have a discussion about that. But with this situation, especially with Cunningham, they calling her the MAGA Barbie. You understand what I'm saying? That she's saying things that they agree with. If anybody does something towards her, it has to be a racial aspect of that. And when in basketball, I don't believe it's a racial aspect or jealousy. For me, it's just the heat of competition. But with that being said, Tyndall, are fans judging Carrington and Cunningham by the same standard, or our personal belief influence who gets labeled a villain and who gets defended?
Unfortunately, us as fans, and it is true with everyone, you have your hero you have your hero players, and you have your villain players. I don't like this person because they do this and that. I love this person because they can do it. We all do it. But we do it, so most of us do it in a competitive way. Now, you have people who take things a little too far, and those are those who really don't understand, or just following along with the movement and just throwing fuel in the fire without even realizing what they're saying or doing. And that's what makes this bad for the sport. I mean, the WNBA was never anything like this before Caitlin Clark came in. Never.
Yeah. And that's the point. I'm glad you said that, because Angel Reese became the villain because she did what old girl did in a previous game, but she's the villain, and basically she didn't let her win that damn championship. And it goes back to, like you said earlier, it's the fans. We going to pick and choose who we think should be a hero or who should be the heel. Well, in some people's eyes, Cunningham is the heel because the way that she carried herself, and she just got her just dessert, if you actually think about it. Pharaoh, you brought up social media and the media as well. Is social media making WNBA controversy more divisive by turning the basketball foul into a larger cultural and political battle?
No, the people that are on social media is what's doing it. For the simple fact that they don't know the players personally. Exactly. They just see something on the court.
Yeah.
Right? They just see something on the court. Oh my God, I can't believe that wasn't called. And the thing about it is, WNBA wasn't even looked at in this sense until the merger of Caitlin Clark out of college.
Yeah.
It wasn't until she got to the WNBA before all this stuff hit the fan.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there's been a lot of other hard fouls. There's a lot of other hard fouls, fights, whatever.
Was already there.
Yeah.
But now that you have, like Tim Dog said, this great white hope there, that she's not saying anything herself, But social media with these fake ass fans that think they know about the game is what's making the media, the paid media, fall for this. They're actually getting fed off of what's going on with Twitter and doggone what's that other one?
TikTok,
Yeah,
Twitter,
TikTok.
Instagram.
Well, I wouldn't say Instagram because it's usually TikTok or Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it now.
Yeah.
That all these people are getting these words from. But we found something that we could bring, to the game or attention to whatever's happening. I'm gonna tell you what, let the WNBA not get subsidies, and we'll see if this game is worth the money that we're watching. Because their doggone what was it? The All-Star game was an abysmal trash game.
Yeah,
you're not that good not to score points or play around on the court. You're not that good. And I wish I had the skill to play, but I don't. But from what I saw, it was trash.
Yeah, and we talked about that on one of our previous shows about the All-Star game and what we think that what they should do to change it. But Tim Dog, the same question. It's just the fact that they don't turn a foul into, of course, Carrington being the goddamn heel. And oh man, this basically this gorilla, she hit this white princess, and that shouldn't be going on. They was talking about her being kicked out the league for the rest of the year, or better yet, being banned from the league from a hard foul. So the same question, Tim Dog, what are your thoughts?
I'm agreeing with Joe. I mean, it's the cultural spectrum that's going on in this country, and we all saying it, and we saying it in different ways, but we are all saying it. And it's sad that this young lady is being set up to be the fall guy, to be this savior. And if I were her, I would get with Angel Reese, Cunningham, and everyone else and do a press conference and say, enough is enough. We enjoy this sport. We love this sport. We don't need the aggravation of racial hate, because we have to play with everyone on these teams. We have to play with each other on the team, and no one on this team is alike.
Yeah. And I think you made a great point on that, man. It's just the fact that we as fans, I'm just saying us, I'm not saying that we putting out this type of hate towards certain players on the court, but we critique them the way that we see it. I think that Caitlin's not the best player in the WNBA. It's always going to be A'ja Wilson to me, because I see how A'ja plays. Can Caitlin get there? Yes, but right now she's not there. But they're trying to crown her as the one that brought the WNBA. Yeah, she might have brought some more eyes to it, but the play of the league has gotten way better than it used to be. Players are way better than it was when the WNBA started, I believe 25 years ago. Cunningham, she wants to be Billy Badass. Well, this was comes along with being Billy Badass. People going to try you now. That's how it is. You want to be the enforcer on the floor. Well, the enforcer is going to be enforced by another enforcer from the other goddamn team. So if you want to be Billy Badass, there's always somebody else out there that think that they can whip Billy Badass's ass.
And the thing about it is, they wasn't saying this shit when Bill Laimbeer was doing it.
Exactly. That's why I say, but Bill Laimbeer also ran into some Billy Badasses. They punch him in his goddamn face. So there's always going to be a bigger
fish.
A bigger, badder Billy Badass. So, fellas, man, good conversation for our week sports discussion. Man, like I say, man, the WNBA has been in the damn news. And these two clowns, I'm gonna call them clowns because it's just, to me, it's a non-talkative issue. But these two clowns say they're gonna join the WNBA draft. And the crazy part is, going back to your girl Cunningham there, Pharaoh, she says something about there's a transgender basketball player, I think, playing overseas somewhere. And well, I'm gonna call her she because that's what she identifies as. But she said that she would love to play in the WNBA. And this is what created this firestorm, because I think in the WNBA eligibility rules, they want to be inclusive of anybody that they consider a woman. So these two clowns are basically saying that they're going to join the WNBA because of how I guess what's the way that it's worded. So they're saying that they could join the WNBA. Now, Cantor was a decent player. He wasn't an all-star. I hate when they say star players. He wasn't a star player. He was decent.
Definitely
He was
not
there.
white.
He was on the court.
Now, before I ask my question, I'm gonna talk about that brother Royce White. This dumb Negro. He was running for office. Y'all remember Michelle Tafoya? She does the sideline.
Yeah, she running for governor.
She came in third behind her. But listen to this shit. In April 2026, a Minnesota judge issued a 50-year order of protection against former NBA player and political candidate Royce White, barring him from contacting his ex-wife after finding credible allegation of abuse and threats. And now you want to go join the WNBA as a woman so you could beat up some more women? Make it make sense, Farrell.
I can't. This is above my thought process. I have no idea what the hell these guys even thinking.
Yeah, and check this out. And this is the crazy part right here. Yeah, it does the children like Xena Ward Princess. This is the crazy part right here, Pharaoh. I don't know if y'all know who Royce White is. He did get drafted in the NBA by the Houston Rockets.
Okay.
Ask him how many games he played. No, ask him how many games he played.
3.
It just said 10 on
3. Pharaoh,
Three.
no, he only played 3. And guess why he only played 3?
Beat up his wife?
No, he was scared to fly.
What?
He was scared to get on the plane.
You think he's gonna be the difference?
So if you join the WNBA, what you got to do?
Well, this ain't gonna be no John Madden road trip. We know that much.
We're gonna have to fly. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I say this is so asinine to me. And it's just crazy. But with that being said, with that being said, Pharaoh, are Candace, Enes Kanter Freedom and Royce White exposing a legitimate loophole in the WNBA transgender policy, or are they just turning a serious issue into a political stunt? Man, Big Chief got
like I said, we don't know these jokers other than what little bit of like Royce White. I had no idea even existed until today.
Yeah.
Cantor, we do know about him. I think he played with a couple NBA teams.
Yeah, and then of course, he has issue with LeBron James as well. And that's another reason why we know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said,
is that Cleveland?
I don't know if they're trying to get their name out there again or whatever, but they do it. They're going at it about it the wrong way. Just leave well enough alone. You couldn't make it with the men, and what do you do? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
What that they asked Cheryl Miller that. Cheryl Miller said, step your game up. That's what she told her. Hey, step your game up because you're an outsider. You're an outsider trying to tell women how to run their league. Hey, they're gonna handle it. They're gonna take care of it. But the crazy part is that, like I said, you got a 50-year order of protection against you, against your wife, and yet you want to go to the WNBA where he said that he'll dominate. Yeah, you will dominate. But why put yourself in that type of situation, Tim Dog?
First of all, you have to identify yourself as a woman.
That's what he said. No, that's what he said.
Okay.
He said he was a trans lesbian.
Yeah, this is what he said. He said
he had penile something.
Yeah, this is what he said in his speech. I'm paraphrasing here. He said, "I sometimes identify as a woman." Well, are you? Oh, he say he sometimes identify for the to be able to play in the WNBA. He's going to sometimes identify as a woman.
Trans lesbian though.
This motherfucker owes some bookies or something, boy. I'm telling you, he looking for a payday. He went to politician. That shit ain't work out. Next he gonna be selling cookies or something. That shit ain't work out. Yeah. Dude.
I saw him on a podcast.
You have back alimony pay something?
I saw him on a podcast with a blonde wig on. Yeah, I'm about to do a video on this clown and this shit. It's going to
He
be
wonder
fun.
why
doing
he
a video
didn't
on clown.
win as a governor.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying though. They're taking a serious situation because if you think about it, I think somebody broke it down. Trans athlete only make up damn near less than 1%. In college sports, I think it's less than 10. So what are we talking about? That's the part I don't get. What are we talking about? You know, yeah. Do I think men belong in women's? No. But I'm not over that league. Let the league handle their business. You just throwing your name in the arena, just like Joe say, just to get some goddamn clicks and to get some money out of it. But to me, you look like a goddamn clown. Both of these goddamn, I'm trying to stop cursing. Yeah, both of these goddamn clowns look like that. Coming back to you, Farrell. If the WNBA cannot clearly define who is eligible to compete in the women's league, does that create a real fairness problem the league eventually has to address?
The key word is women's league. There shouldn't be any more explanation outside of that. If you wasn't born and don't have a menstrual cycle, you can't have a child, you don't have a uterus or a womb or whatever, that there itself, it says a women's league. If you were running around and you have a projectile or peninsula hanging from your body
at one point in time,
A peninsula. That's a long ass peninsula.
then take your dumb ass and sit down somewhere. But even if it's one time, I don't care if that joker's chop, tuck, whatever you want to call it. You're taking your body still has male testosterone, and you take medication to slow it down. And we know this because why? That UFC fighter that did it went in there and cracked the woman's skull because the joker was still too strong.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, guys. That's like, just stop it.
These
fake ass dudes, these punks, want to go play with actual women because they can't make it as a man. And that's
camel toe, not camel dung.
Yeah.
I don't care how you say it. And I don't care what anybody says to me.
Yeah.
But come fight me. Come fight me if you have a problem with it.
But that's why I said that we can all agree that we don't want men. That if you was a man, now you're a woman playing in women's sports. I agree with that. But they're making this political so they could get clicks. You know,
because we got more problems in the world than worry about if a dude wants to be a woman or not. We got more problems. This is not an issue for people of whatever's going on there. You're supposed to be in a position to make sure the people around you are living decent lives. Like if you want to go be a politician, that's fine. Make the right choices. Or if you're a man and you couldn't make it, but you don't. We're worried about the wrong thing here in the United States. We're too free.
Yeah,
we're too
free. Have a hole, not a pole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're too free to worry about the wrong things. I don't care about this. You know what? You want to be a faggot? Go be a faggot.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right. If you want to sit there, you want to play with women because you can't play with men, go do it. Hey, you got whatever. So we'll always sit here and say you're gay for what you're doing.
Or better yet, but in layman's terms, you've been a bitch.
Yeah, a giant.
Should former NBA players have a voice in this debate, or should decisions about transgender participation primarily come from the WNBA players, coaches, medical expert, and league officials?
I say the latter only because what they're doing is just being ridiculous because they know that they're not women. They know, and I agree with Joe. This is a publicity stunt, especially for white.
They let girls in the Boy Scouts?
Yeah.
When they do that?
About 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. What are we doing?
Yeah, Joe. Joanna Man is coming to reality. Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. You know, and my last question here, fellas. Farrell, get you back in here, and I think we already answered this question. But you know, if I wrote it, y'all gotta answer it. Shit. Has the debate stopped being primarily about protecting women's basketball and become another political culture war battle where both sides are using the WNBA to make a larger point? Farrell.
You know what? If all these men and women want to be equal, get your ass out there and build a building. Go lay some asphalt down. Go. Russell, I don't know what we can say here because this is ridiculous. Even to have this conversation is stupid, especially in the United States. It's just dumb. And it's political. No, it's become a gender neutrality. How you say that word?
Neutrality.
Yeah. Issue that everybody wants to be equal on some type of form. Either you want to be in the workplace or you want to be an athlete or whatever to make yourself feel better about yourself. It's a participation trophy thing that I see going on, and people are just mentally sick. This is an illness, people. This is a giant illness issue, mental illness issue, and there's a lot of folks that need to go get some professional help and medication because as a parent, there's no way that this should be taught. And if you don't know how to teach your kids, stop having them.
Yeah, and, and the fact that these two guys, one had a decent.
Tell us how you feel.
One had a decent NBA career. The other one career only lasted 3 games. But yet, these are the ones that are saying that, hey, I'm going to join the WNBA. I'm putting my name in the WNBA draft. To me, like I said earlier, it just makes you look like a goddamn clown. Better yet, a goddamn bitch. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Tim Dog?
Hey, to each his own. You want to go up there and make a fool of yourself? Go right ahead. You're the one who have to suffer the consequences. And I'm sure your mama don't like it, so you better listen to your mama.
But like I say though, with the dude Cantor, the only issue that I have with him is that he think that he could take on LeBron and all that, but you wasn't a great player like LeBron. To me, you wasn't a great player like LeBron. You think you're on LeBron level? No, that's never going to happen. The dude's Royce White, man. Your career lasted 3 damn games. You scared to fly. So
your first name alone sucks.
Yeah, and you think you're gonna join the WNBA, like you say, Pharaoh? Are you gonna madden to the arena? No, you got to fly. And then of course you got a 50-year ban from contacting your ex-wife because they found you credible of beating a goddamn woman. So now you want to go to another league filled with women, and you be the only dude, so you can beat the ass as well. Allegedly. I don't want him
What's his name? Royce what?
Royce White.
It's gonna be 49 years, 11 months.
Yeah.
29 days.
You got him down here.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, but he was a great college. He was a great college basketball player, but motherfuckers got scared to fly. Fellas, man, football was back on Thursday night. Oh my goodness, yeah, it was a good game too, a very interesting game. But we're not gonna talk about them, fellas. We're gonna talk about what it represents. The Hall of Fame game representing those players about to be inducted into the Hall of Fame 2026.
And let's start with that quarterback. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, brought the Saints their one and only Super Bowl title, 13-time Pro Bowler. Then there's Larry Fitzgerald, also a first ballot Hall of Famer. He spent his entire career at Arizona, and Luke Kuechly at 35, the second youngest Hall of Famer inducted, and that's behind Gale Sayers. Meanwhile, Adam Vinatieri, one of the clutchest kickers in NFL history, a 4-time Super Bowl champ. And then there's Roger Craig, the OG with the flat top. First player in NFL history to record 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving in a single season. Jason, let's get into this class, and what kind of stands out to you about these 5 men?
Your name is not Jason, so Tim Dog, let's get into to those guys that I got inducted. Which member of the 2026 Hall of Fame class had the greatest impact on the NFL, and what separates his legacy from the rest of the class?
Oh, man. It's either Drew Brees or Larry Fitzgerald. And to me, I mean, both of them are equally good, even though, now remember we had this discussion about would you be able to be in a Hall of Fame if you didn't win the Super Bowl? Drew Brees only won 1. And in Larry Fitzgerald, well, we know how his career ended, but
he went to 1, but they lost one. Like I said, that was the best Super Bowl. I'm just saying that was the best Super Bowl I ever seen in my life. It got the Eagles beat. It got when y'all lost to the Raiders, because that was a good game. Pharaoh, that's another great Super Bowl. That Super Bowl where
no, the hell it wasn't.
Yeah,
that was a mollywhopping.
Yeah, but I'm just saying with that play with my man number 32.
I don't want that. I don't need a replay.
Okay,
Keep it going, man.
I thought you might have forgot, but I'm just trying.
Nobody forgets that.
But what I'm saying is that I remember that game, watching it in New York City, Arizona, Pittsburgh. And if it wasn't for my man making that damn that fumble all the way back for what 99 yards.
Harrison.
Yeah. And then my man had to catch, in the open field, Fitzgerald to the house. And then my man
right
Holmes,
up the middle of the field.
Yeah. My man, I think it was Holmes. I'm about to say Santino. I think Santonio Holmes or Santonio Holmes with the toe catch for them to win. Man, that was the best Super Bowl because it went back and forth.
He got shafted after that season too.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying, Tim, dog, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was one of the best Super Bowl I've ever seen in my life. But Larry Fitzgerald did go to one Super Bowl, but it didn't win. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, but like I said, them two.
Okay.
They're the ones who stand out and I think would have the most impact. And yeah, I mean, just think about their careers and what they did for their team.
Yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald, he went out there and hustled his ass off. I mean, he's what, third in the fifth in the NFL in receiving yards. For the time that he's been.
You forget he had Anquan Bolden on the other side.
That's what I'm saying. And to still get his 1,000 yards almost every season.
Yeah,
even though
he's one of the players that
he got hurt, but he still came back and he produced and played.
Yeah, he's one of the players that if you're a young wide receiver, you want to check his style out. And of course, like you say that he learned under Randy Moss. He was a ball boy for Minnesota. And he actually went up to Randy Moss. He tells stories all the time. He went at Randy Moss for his prom, and Randy Moss gave him his BMW. You know what I'm saying? So he was a ball boy for the Minnesota Vikings. So he's been around great players. Randy Moss, he was there with Chris Carter as well. So he saw how these guys prepare. And like you say, for me, it would have been him as well. What about you, Farrell? Which member of the 2026 Hall of Fame class had the greatest impact on the NFL, and what separate his legacy from the rest of the class?
Roger Craig. He was the first 1,000-yard receiving, 1,000-yard rushing player with Joe Montana, with
Jerry Rice,
with
Taylor.
Yeah, just name it. I mean, he solidified that position.
Tom Rathman. Was it Tom Rathman the fullback? I think Rathman.
He had Rathman.
Yeah,
I mean, so with that being said, it's only 3 players that has that stat, and he was the first one to do it.
Yeah.
Marshall Faulk and Christian McCaffrey being the other 2.
Yeah.
So the biggest impact would be that person, and he's the latest out of all those guys. So he should have been in a long time ago, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, because they brought that's that West Coast offense where they made the running back a damn near another wide receiver. Wide receiver that can catch the ball out of the backfield, can run it and catch it out the backfield, and the defense had to adjust to that because back then linebackers was not as fast as they are now. Now the linebacker had to cover that goddamn running back coming out of the backfield. So that's why if you look at the NFL right now, you got smaller, faster linebackers that are basically from the time this is what you're going to be trained to do. Now you got some that just out of the norm that could play the pass and stop the run. But back then, you was either a stop run linebacker or you was a pass. He wasn't both.
Right.
You wasn't both.
Well, it was the outside linebackers with the pass coverage, and the middle linebacker was the run stopper.
Exactly. But now you got to be both. All the linebackers, you got to be able to cover, and you got to be able to stop the goddamn.
That's right.
They had another guy named Farrell. They had Luke Kuechly.
Yes.
Luke Kuechly had a shorter career than most Hall of Famers. Should dominance at your peak matter more than playing 15 or 20 years?
Longevity is what it is. We see what happens with longevity, but if you change the game or you have an impact on your team for a long term, I would say that's the most important thing. And he did that with the Carolina. Because if you look at him, you look at Clay Matthews, you look at Brian Urlacher, those guys basically all played the same type of football. Brian Cushing, if y'all remember him.
Yeah, played for on tennis. Texas. Yeah. 56.
So if you look at those guys, they had the same type of style of play, and then Luke Kuechly just took it to another level. If I'm not mistaken, Washington even had a guy like that. But I would say we couldn't say Carolina football without saying Luke Kuechly.
Hey, before we move on, and I want you to answer this as well, Tim, though, I got another question for you. If Kuechly got in, what's holding Cam from getting in? Because Cam Newton. Hall of Fame because of the fact that Kuechly was the impactful player on the defense, Cam was the impactful player on the offense that got them to the Super Bowl. Even though Farrell, we can agree that we didn't like his style and we think that he could have been greater, but we couldn't say Carolina without saying Cam Newton, just like you said about Kuechly. I'm gonna get your thoughts first, Farrell. Then I want you to get in there, Tim Dog, if you can. Okay.
I don't really know that. I can't really say that about Cam. Cam was an impactful player. He had that one good MVP year. We don't know him other than that.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. We don't know him. We don't know him as the guy who completes the ball, the passes, or the like. He's not on any stats that not like what you call it? My man with man, he played for you guys. Freaking Randall Cunningham. Right. He doesn't have MVP caliber numbers like my man with the Ravens. Man, I am losing it tonight.
Yeah. Like I say, it's one of the questions that
we just know he's a good player. He was a great player for one season. But you look at Cam outside of that one season, we don't really talk about him.
Okay. Tim Dog,
what you said? We talked about every year.
I got you. Tim Dog.
Yeah. And Greg Odom.
Yeah, Greg Olsen.
That's what I said.
yeah. He ain't played basketball.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson, you don't have Michael Vick numbers. He doesn't have McNabb numbers.
I got you. Yeah. I just want to ask that question, Tim Dog, because like you say, Luke Kuechly had a short year. I don't think he only played about 6-7 years.
Steve Smith.
He's like my man. What's my man had a short year? He retired early. I think he played for the Chiefs, and he retired early too. Oh, it's gonna come to me, linebacker. He had a short span, but he was great at what he did during that time. So Tim Dog, if Kuechly got in there,
you're talking about San Francisco. Bobby
Willis. You're right. Patrick Willis. That's a wrong team. Patrick Willis. The other guy died early that I'm thinking about. Yeah. Because he died early. But yeah, Patrick Willis, the other guy I was talking about. Thank you, Farrell. But with that being said, they got Kuechly in the short term. But if you think about the Carolina Panthers during that time, it was Kuechly on defense, but Cam Newton was one that made that boat go the way it needed to go. So how come Cam hasn't got the nod into the Hall of Fame? Do you agree with what Farrell just said about Cam?
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm looking at his stats, and I mean, he had a couple of good years. And he's been in the league since 2011, then retired in 21, and 32,000 yards. I mean, he has 3 or 4 really good productive years, and in 2015, 35 touchdowns. That was the year he went to the Super. No, that wasn't the year he went to Super Bowl 15, or was that 16?
But whichever was last year.
Yeah, so
Peyton Manning last year.
And to me, he's just been an average quarterback who happened to have a good year, and everyone was talking about him. Went to the Super Bowl. And to me, that's kind of like with Roger Craig, even though he was first 1,000-yard receiver, 1,000-yard rusher, but his performances in the years were sporadic in between. He'll have 2 years that's good and then 2 or 3 years that's bad, things like that. Maybe because of injury, but I think that was the reason why it took him to. The Super Bowl's got him in there too, but
I would think
his lack of productivity is probably what kept him out.
No. When you talk about teams back then, and you talk about, especially with the 49ers of Roger Craig, he wasn't the focal point of that offense.
Right.
He was. He benefited from a Jerry Rice, from a Taylor.
Yeah.
I think they had Clark at the time. They the tight end.
Yeah.
He's benefited from that. So you're not going to have great years. You like you say, Farrell. First one with 1,000-yard rushing, 1,000-yard catching.
Fucking Joe.
What Joe say? Something stupid.
Fucking Joe.
Carmelo Newton.
Yeah, he didn't dive on that ball, and that still could come back and hurt him. But when you talk about Roger Craig, especially back then, that's where the West Coast offense came from. Jerry Rice had those great years. Taylor had a great year. You know what I'm saying? So they wasn't built for Roger Craig to carry the ball like the running backs.
That's right.
During his time, because they had great weapons all over the goddamn field. Shit.
Your mission as defense was pick the less evil.
Exactly. Coming back to you, Tim Dog, I said I was going to get you next. Adam Vinatieri became only the 3rd pure kicker elected to the Hall of Fame. Has the NFL historically undervalued kickers when discussing all-time greatness.
Oh, yeah. I mean, without a kicker in a 3-point game, who's the winner of the game? The kicker.
No, without the kicker, Tom Brady wouldn't have 7 championships. Vinatieri won 3 or 4
yeah.
motherfuckers.
Mhm.
Shit.
On top of goddamn,
yeah.
Yeah.
on
The
top
choke
of fucking
rule.
what's his face too?
Yeah.
Manning.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Tip Dog. I mean, cut you off.
No, but I mean, most people would divide the kicker as the least important person, but in actuality, in a close game, he is the most important. And accuracy, as you know, and longevity, it rewards you. Vinatieri with Baltimore's kicker, they got in trouble. I forget his name, but there are some kickers out there who
Tucker.
really are.
Tucker.
There you go. Yeah, I'm like you there, Farrell. But I know my reasons. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, think about it. I mean, think about it though. There are a lot of teams who won Super Bowls less than 3 points because of a field goal. And the field goal kicker to me is the most underrated person.
Well, Buffalo lost the Super Bowl because of their kicker missed it. Shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you go.
Hey, Minnesota's known for their kicker missing there.
Yeah, Duncan. Well, shit, the whole goddamn year got to
Oh, no,
the
was
NFC
it Minnesota that had a person with a half a foot?
No, yeah, Minnesota. But I'm talking about Minnesota. What Farrell was talking about, Minnesota, the best team in the league, the whole goddamn year, got to the NFC championship game against the goddamn Atlanta Falcons. Motherfucker kicker need to kick the damn point to go to the Super Bowl. The motherfucker shanked the bitch.
Shanked it. He kicked it to the fucking fans.
Yeah, this motherfucker all year ain't missed a kick. I think he missed a kick all year, and that's the year the Dirty Birds went to the goddamn Super Bowl.
Pressure.
Yeah, pressure.
But see, but once again, too, that's what we say. If you would have put him away early and stopped letting them hang around, you ain't got to worry about that dude.
Yeah, but like Vinatieri, like you say, if you go back and look at some of them early championships, Tom Brady really didn't do much. It was Vinatieri and those damn defenses that got him them earlier championships.
That's why I say he's not the GOAT. He's a recipient of a really good defensive team.
Yeah, and
that's
a good
what
kicker.
Happened.
And
that's
great
how you
kicker.
look, and the kicker.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, other than the what you call it, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that's the only time he really ran up the score on the team.
Yeah. And then going back to Vinatieri, of course, I'm always going to say that, and our boy say this to the day he died. The referee sent them to that Super Bowl because that was a fumble. That was no tuck rule. That was a goddamn fumble.
We all know that.
Yeah. My man, the owner of the Raiders, to the day he died, he said that the NFL screwed him over, and I watched that game, and then Vinatieri came in, picked that bitch in the snow, and sent them to that Super Bowl, and of course they won that Super Bowl.
Because that's what we were screaming about. Tuck rule. What the fuck is a tuck rule?
Tuck rule.
If that's the case, running backs should get the tuck rule when they get the ball out in the open.
Exactly. Coming back to you, Farrell, one more time. Roger Craig finally made the Hall of Fame after years of waiting, while Bill Belichick was left out of the 2026 class. Does the votes get the class right, or were there some major snubs? My bad.
I don't know about major snubs, and I know we want Bill Belichick to get in there regardless, but all his deflate gates and his little scandals and stuff, I think that's what's holding him up. And then he wants to go date a woman that's like, more than half his age younger than him. Plus he's still coaching, with North Carolina.
Yeah.
But I really do think with his history of all those little scandals has kind of slowed him down getting in. But they better hurry up because the man, he's in the 70s. So
he gonna be dead and gone. Then they're gonna honor the man. Probably the day he died. Oh, Bill Belichick made the Hall of Fame. Yep, nah.
Right.
Get the man his flowers while you're here.
Some what you call it, Johnny Bench type of stuff.
Yeah, get the man his flowers. Because if you look at it, he got six as a head coach, 2 as a defensive head coach for the Giants. So he got 8 championships. I think he's been to 10, something like that, some bullshit like that, 10 Super Bowls. So get a man who just deserves why he's allowed, like you say, Farrell. Tim Dog, you say you had 2. We will talk about one of the guys that you say made an impact on the NFL, which is Drew Brees. So where should Drew Brees rank among the greatest quarterbacks when you combine his passing records, longevity, and Super Bowl championship?
I'm going to say tenacious. And he was on the team and he didn't have any receivers for a long time. He was on a team that didn't have an offensive line, but he found a way to sling that ball out there for somebody to catch it.
Tim Dog, I don't know if you read the question. I read it. Where should Drew Brees rank among the greatest?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm trying to figure out.
No, tenacious. No, I'm saying he's tenacious, but he's not at the top.
Okay, so what would you rank him? You got 1 through 10. Who? If you, I'm gonna ask you right now. If you were to pick your top 5 quarterbacks, and Drew Brees is in those top 5, name your top 5. Your top 5 quarterbacks in your eyes, or top 3, or whatever that you seen play. You like, damn, that's one. That's that. And Drew Brees, it has to be one of those. Just for this segment, he's in that. Where would you rank him? Behind who you think would be the greatest quarterback in your eyes?
No, I give, once you think about it, I'll give him number 2 behind Peyton Manning. Y'all may not like him, but the man can read defenses and he knows how to get rid of the ball. Now his line wasn't all good, but yeah, Drew Brees.
Okay, so you saying in your eyes, Peyton Manning is the greatest quarterback, and you go with Drew Brees. Okay, then what about you, Farrell?
Man, Drew Brees is outside my top 10. So
and that's what I'm saying. So
yeah, he's outside my top 10. I mean, I like him, but in today's game, everybody can throw the ball. It's just, are you going to be accurate to throw the ball? Because the defense is has the Achilles heel, with the offensive pass interference all the time.
So that's in every game.
I mean, defensive pass interference. Yeah, I mean now.
Yeah,
but back then.
Yeah, you get
the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. That didn't exist. You could ask them. You could ask what you call it? My man used to get concussions all the time.
With that video you showed me today.
But then Tim Dog, that goes back to what you said earlier when you went to tenacious, because of the way that he played. He wasn't that tall. I think he was shorter than 6 foot, and then he came back from that injury. When they say that he probably never played quarterback again, when you add that into it. Now he may move up the list on Farrell's list, but like Farrell said, the way that they're playing right now, anybody should throw for at least 3,000 yards. The way that you can't even touch the wide receivers or whatnot. So
yeah, he's outside my top 10, man. Even though he did get traded from
San Diego,
the Chargers, because of the shoulder thing.
Yeah,
and he made it, made history of themselves. But once again, I think the Kachina thing is what got them the Super Bowl. Conspiracy on my part. But then you had the Bounty Gate and all this stuff. I didn't like Sean Payton. That's probably one of the reasons I don't want to put him up there.
But I can't stand
like Sean Payton.
Hey, what I say, heroes and villains.
I don't like the bubblegum looking face he makes.
No, motherfucker mouth like he kissing a chicken ass.
Yeah.
Like about to kiss a chicken ass. I can't stand that.
Chicken ass.
But I'm just saying, from my point of view, there's a lot better quarterbacks, and we like Tom Brady. I mean, Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
I love watching Dan Marino until his latest antics. Joe Montana. Randall Cunningham. I love the way he played. Like Michael Vick. I'm not saying I would pick Michael Vick to be my quarterback to start, but the way he played the game, I can deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Drew Brees was hand the ball off, or I sit back and I knew how to throw to guys that can run underneath the ball. To me,
that's every quarterback.
That's the NFL now. So
yeah, that's the NFL right now. But like you say though, you can pick and choose what you like about.
But he didn't change the game for me. He just threw for a bunch of fucking yards.
Yeah, but
he was always the underdog, but he was always undersized.
Exactly, and that's why I say that where would he rank among when we consider the greatest quarterbacks that we've seen? Will he be in your top 10, top 5, top
John
3?
Elway.
Farrell said no. Tim Dog say yeah. So there it is. Coming to you right now, Farrell.
Bernie Kosar. I mean, damn,
is Larry Fitzgerald one of the greatest
not better than Brees? No.
Ever. Without a Super Bowl ring, we already had this, but and where should he be ranked all time?
Ooh.
Now, Larry Fitzgerald, he is a guy that I know he'd be within my top 10. I know there's a lot of receivers we could talk about because DeAndre Hopkins will always be in my top 10. for anybody that can get 1,000 yards receiving with subpar quarterbacks, you're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Right? You're amazing. That means you are doing the work because the quarterbacks ain't doing shit. They just getting
Okay,
the ball.
Farrell. So saying like with Tim Dog, I'm gonna give you top 5. And
Yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald got to be in your top 5. I'm talking about all
No,
time.
you're not in my top 5. It's
No,
top 10.
listen to me. No, listen to me. Listen to me. No, listen to me. Listen what I'm
Damn.
saying.
Oh,
I'm your top
yes.
5, but Larry Fitzgerald got to be in your top 5 for this question.
Okay.
Who would it be? Who would be the other 4 above Larry Fitzgerald, or where would you have him ranked in those top 5?
I'm going with Sterling Sharp, Art Monk, Randy Moss, and Jerry Rice.
Okay, and then Larry Fitzgerald 5.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. What about you, Tim Dog?
Sterling
That's his
Sharp.
5 now. That's his 5.
You look at Sterling Sharp's numbers
Sure,
Sharp,
prior to his injury, and I guarantee you,
He had
wouldn't
better
even
numbers
talk
than
about
Rice.
Larry Fitzgerald.
he had better
I'm
number than
sorry.
Rice. He had better number than Rice. And I think he was the first Triple
How
Crown.
you question me,
one of the
Tim
first-
Dog? I do this, son.
Yeah, I think
I
No,
he
do
was.
this.
no, but
I think they said he was one of the. I think he's one of the first Triple Crown winners as well for wide receivers. They fell.
Okay.
And that's why I got him at number 4.
See, with
Yeah, until-
mine,
until-
I
until
look
he
at
got
not
injured.
just stats, but longevity.
I don't care what
impact,
you look at, Tim
impact on
Dog.
the team. Okay.
That's my top
He asked
4.
my question.
your
He asked
4.
me the question.
Pick
He
your
asked
4,
me.
Tim Dog.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
giving
so-
it. That's what
okay,
I'm
what you
doing.
got?
You
I
interrupt
don't
me.
care what you
Who
looking
you
at.
got?
Pick
Oh,
your
who you
top
got?
4.
Who you got?
Number 1, I'm good with Jerry. And when you said Art Monk, I'm like, oh damn. But see, with Art, it was also hard for him because he had
Pick your team.
Man,
Yeah,
shut the hell up!
I don't
About
care
you.
what you think
Who's
about
your
my
5?
team.
Who was your 5 though?
Damn.
Who was your 5, Tim Dog? Hey, he done gave me
Damn.
his.
I
Who's your
put
5?
Megatron in there.
Okay.
Oh man,
You can't pick Megatron.
Randy
like
Moss.
Terrell Owens.
Randy
Okay.
Moss. No,
Okay.
T.O. No, T.O.
T.O. started that shit with big receivers.
Okay.
Yeah, but
You got one more,
he's
Tim
not-
Dog. You got one more. Who you got?
I'm gonna give it to Larry.
Okay. All right. Like I say,
Yeah, I don't get it.
like for me, it's always gonna be Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is and Jerry
Mhm.
Rice uniform. They say Jerry Rice to lay shit out pretty all the damn time. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss for me. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss,
Right,
T.O.
right.
T.O. Man, I don't give a damn. T.O. ain't did shit
Yeah.
on the goddamn court. T.O. was the man. Hey, fellas, I gotta take this call. Y'all handle this for a minute. Let me take this call.
Like he's making drug deals on the show.
Hold on here.
How you make
I got
drug
hand.
deals
I
on
got
the
handle
show?
something.
How you make drug
No,
deals on the show?
that's somebody talking about T.O. on his team. That's what it was. They call him,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the hell you talking about? T.O.
No, I just
T.O.
know
played-
the reason why I say that is because nobody picked nobody picked tall receivers until him, and like he made a name for himself down in San Francisco. So then when he comes over to the Eagles, Donovan McNabb had somebody. Donovan McNabb was one that threw that damn Super Bowl away. They had the Patriots beat. We know this. We know this.
What did T.O. say? He got sick. He got scared.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think he came back from that Achilles tear, from that that horse collar tackle.
Yeah.
So
And he came back and did his
that's
thing
That's
too.
a big deal to me, as far as I'm concerned. We can say a lot because you can look at Steve Largent, the first 100 receiving, receiver. We can look at Steve Smith, junior, senior, whatever you want to call him now. We can look at Santana Moss, like with Anquan Bowden. I mean, we got a plethora of receivers out there. Look, we could talk about Josh Gordon if he would have stayed off that that feel good.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah,
But
yeah. But let me get back. Let me finish my 5. So I say I already
Oh, man,
said.
forget you.
No. I say Jerry Rice, Randy Moss,
Terrell, T.O.
T.O. and Megatron. Megatron was a bad boy. Yeah, I give Megatron, but like you said, Antoine Bowles is a bad boy too. But I think I take Megatron and then Fitzgerald. But I put Fitzgerald above Megatron though. I can't put him 3 though.
I mean, because like I said, if I had 10, I'm definitely putting DeAndre Hopkins out there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got to put him out there. Like,
What about AJ Brown? AJ Brown before he
went crazy. Yeah.
No, not AJ Brown. I'm picking Andre. Out of Miami, Andre.
Oh, I think we saying Hopkins.
God, how did I
Miami.
forget his name? He made Hall of Fame last year.
How about
played with the
Marvin
Texans.
Harrison?
Oh, you talk. Oh, what's my man name? I know you're talking about number
Oh, he
80.
played with the-
Number 80.
Yeah,
He's
he's the
number
one that
80.
beat up on Finneran.
Yeah, number 80. Oh man, big dude.
Andre,
Oh, it's gonna I know you talk about though. Number 80. He wore number 80. He wore number
Yeah.
80.
Man.
Oh man.
I keep wanting to say Andre Dawson. That's what's messing me up.
Oh,
But
man.
I mean, you got him because he really had a high bar down there.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And he played with old boy. So he had to go to Hall of Fame.
Then
Like you
boy with the the Panthers that put out a hit on his girlfriend. He was good as
Yeah.
hell too.
said. Yeah.
Oh,
Right? Hey, and don't forget,
yeah, that
the
motherfucker's still in
one
jail.
and only Steve Smith with the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve Smith. Yeah, but then you got Isaac
come on now,
Bruce,
Steve Smith
Marvin
with the
Harrison.
Jaguars was.
Yeah. It's a lot of good
Yeesh.
on there. Yeah, it's a lot of good on there out there, man.
You got Mike
shit.
Evans.
Andre Johnson.
Andre
Johnson.
Johnson. Right.
That's number
Andre
80.
Reed.
Andre Johnson. Yeah, there's a lot of great men out there. But like I say
There's
though,
a lot of great
where would
ones.
you have? Would he be in your top 10? Farrell, he said that Fitzgerald be in his top 10. Drew Brees would not be in his top 10 for you. Drew Brees would be in the top 10 Tim Dog and in your top 10 as wide receiver for Fitzgerald.
Yo,
Fellas,
he's my
we
top
have show.
5.
Top 5. There it is. Moving the show right along, man. We got some more news coming out of the NFL.
We've got some breaking news out of the NFL where the Vikings have named Kyler Murray as their starting quarterback. That is according to ESPN. He beat out former first-round pick J.J. McCarthy for that QB1 job in Minnesota. Now, Murray joined the Vikings this offseason on a one-year, $1.3 million deal after spending the first 7 seasons of his career in Arizona. Minnesota opens up the regular season on September 13th, hosting the Packers in the Twin Cities.
Tim Dog, does Kyler Murray winning the QB1 job prove Minnesota is trying to win now, or does it show the Vikings are already losing confidence in J.J. McCarthy?
I don't know. J.J. McCarthy, he's young. He made the mistakes, but I think for the future, he would be better than Kyler Murray. I mean, Kyler Murray's good. He's experienced. He's been in, but he's too short. The offensive line he got to throw arc balls all the time, and staying in the pocket is like putting blinders on him. J.J. McCarthy, although he threw a lot of damn interceptions, but he's still going to be the future quarterback. Maybe now, I would say start him now. Let J.J. McCarthy look at him and get, understand the feel from a vet point of view.
Okay, I got you.
But
Farrell, can
I don't
Kevin
know.
O'Connell revive Kyler Murray's career and turn him back into the dynamic quarterback we saw earlier in Arizona?
Not no, but hell no. They about to become the Detroit Lions of the NFC North. They're about to be last place again, and it's shit's about to get ugly. Because I mean, you went from a 15-win season to a 9-win season to possibly an 8-win season. They're about to be under 500.
And the quarterback that took you to the 15 game season won the Super Bowl the next damn year.
That's right. Is that the next year? The next exact year.
Next year.
So I applaud him for trying to
Look what Joe put up there.
Yeah, bobblehead. That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah,
Kyler Murray, he's just too short.
Strictly defense. That's
I
all
got
that
you.
be.
No, but in a way, this to me is like, all right, Murray, we're gonna put you out there. JJ, you're gonna back him up. You just make sure you learn to play and Murray, make sure you communicate with JJ.
They play two different styles of ball.
Yeah, but it's not
they
about
play
the style.
It's totally different styles of ball.
Okay, but for JJ McCarthy, it's not about the style of ball. It's about him not throwing in interceptions and knowing what to do in certain situations. Whereas,
with that being said,
you got
I appreciate that soliloquy. Yes, but
but with that being said, Tim Dog, if Murray plays well in 2026, should Minnesota commit to him long term, or still eventually turn the franchise back over to McCarthy?
It ain't gonna be if he does, because we all know he won't. And McCarthy, I give it mid-season, he's gonna be starting.
Okay. What about you, Pharaoh? If he does well, should they hook their caboose up to bobblehead or go back to what they used to have?
Why
What
should
thought
they?
was
They
gonna
got
be?
rid of a 15-win quarterback. Why would they do the same thing with a with him? They gonna do the same exact thing they did with the 15-win quarterback. So,
It is what it is, eh? Okay, then. Like I say, man,
I'm calling a spade a spade.
he signed for what? He
Yeah,
signed for $1 million. You know, he the LeBron James of the NFL. Shit, give me a 1-year deal for $1 million and go out there and you see what we could do. And hopefully, I think
He can't play like
what Kyle is
LeBron,
doing. No, I think what Kyle is doing is that he probably thinking that they're gonna go back to McCarthy. But I'm gonna show what I could do for another team. This is my auditioning for the other 31 teams in the league. And like you say, Farrell,
let me add
We're
this.
gonna see how he's gonna play. And you already say they're gonna be under 500. Go ahead.
Let me tell you this. The only reason Arizona got rid of Kyler Murray is because he would not study film.
That's it.
From
They
what
say
the
he played
report
Madden
is.
so much. He
From
said
what-
they say he played
from
Madden
what the
too much.
report
Yeah.
is and whatever's going on, he didn't study film. It's not that he can't throw the ball. It's not that he can't play the game. Whatever the case is, he has some fundamental issues that we saw in the field as well. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if he studied his craft and he did with the things necessary, we wouldn't even be talking about him leaving the Cardinals to go to Minnesota in the first place.
Yeah.
But because of his history, he has to prove everybody else wrong, plus himself.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. Fellas, got one more topic here. The Lakers, you know, they got new management, and now they're gonna have new management again.
The Los Angeles Lakers are being sold to American businessman Josh Kushner and Bob Iger for a record-breaking price over $12 billion, multiple sources told ESPN. Kushner and Iger were involved in the expansion process in Las Vegas, but a stunning turn, they pivoted to make an aggressive offer to buy the Lakers from Mark Walter, who had purchased a controlling interest in the team from the Buss family just last year. Here's a statement to ESPN from Mark Walter, quote, "Owning the Los Angeles Lakers has been one of the great honors of my life, an extraordinary investment, but what I will carry with me is the community, the fans, and a city that treats this team as family. I am grateful to Jeannie Buss, the Buss family, the players, and the staff for welcoming me into this chapter. The Lakers belong to Los Angeles, and I have every confidence the best is still ahead." End quote.
Pharaoh, the guy just bought the controlling interest in the Lakers last year for $10 billion. And less than a year later, he sold it for $12 billion. So he made $2.5 billion for having a team for less than a damn year. So with that being said, what does the Lakers being sold for $12.5 billion say about how valuable NBA franchise have become? And are we approaching a point where only billionaires and investment groups can own teams?
That is facts. The last part you just said that, because if you look at all the teams now, that's exactly what is being bought. There's no more family owned anything unless I mean, you still got the Raiders out there.
Yeah.
And you still got, of course, fucking Cowboys. But there's very few of them that's even in the NBA being bought or owned by families anymore. So that just goes to show you that I don't know what's coming down the pipe, but when you have Mercedes or these investment banks and stuff on your stadiums, because there's no what you call it, there's no character in the game anymore.
Yeah.
It's all about business. And once again, I'm gonna go back to what we talked about before. Everything is about moving us black folks around as paid slaves. You know, they get to stay in one place while we get to move around with our families. You know, the game has not. It's no love in the game anymore. There's no camaraderie. There's no companionship or anything. It's all about business, and it's really professional sports has become more of a gladiator thing than it is, you know, entertainment now. So
yeah, I got you. With that being said, Tim Dahl, with Bob Iger and Josh Kushner taking over, should Laker
I don't like
fans expect
Kushner's name either?
Yeah.
No, he's the brother of the Kushner. That's
why he got all that money. That's why he's getting all that money. And Bob Iger used to be the guy.
I don't like it. Hey, for you Lakers fans out there, good luck.
And Bob Iger used to be the guy over Disney. So, but
really?
And he's one of the biggest donors to Trump.
Yeah, that's
And
that's
he's
that's
a
it.
big,
So,
big
Laker fans expect major changes in how the franchise is run, or should
Hell
new
yeah.
ownership leave the basketball side alone?
I want to say they should leave it alone, but we all know they're not.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and like I say, Pharaoh, I agree with you. You know, it's going to be something brand new, and you read right into my. I mean, you say what you said, and it was my last damn question. Does changing ownership twice in 1 year create instability for the Lakers, or could it help start a new era?
Oh, it's going to start a new era. It's definitely starting a new era. Because, like I said, they already got rid of the black players. They have a starting lineup of white folks, so it already started a new era in the NBA. So we're going to see how this works out.
There it is, Tim Dahl.
As far as the Kushners and the Disney guy, they got some bad history. So you let two bad names,
corrupt
names. That's a better name. Corrupt names take up your organization in a city that's very liberal. Some shit about to go down, man. I don't think this has anything to do with expansion. I believe this has all to do with politics and something that we're not seeing right now. But it's going to be a surprise real soon.
What you got to say about Tim Dahl?
Hey, I agree with Pharaoh. And right now, you know, the president says we're in the golden era, and it's only golden for those who are million and billionaires. And you know what they say: what goes up must come down.
Yeah.
So all this corruption and stuff that's going on, especially with the Kushners and Mr. Walter. All I can say is like Pharaoh said, hey, good luck, and we told you so. How about that?
There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Man, good conversation like always, my brothers. Now it's time for, Shada's not here. Shada, we waiting on you. You can come back to the show. Sooner or later, you will be back. But today in sports. Tim Dahl, what you got?
All right, what I have for everyone today, excuse them, Wazoo play. I gotta get my notes here. Oh, I'm on the wrong shit. That's why. My apologies.
Shit.
Today's I haven't done this at all. I'm trying to make sure I get it right.
Today in sports history, we're gonna be talking about who? Michael Phelps. Which one you want to play?
Michael Phelps. No, I'm gonna.
Which one you want to play, Tim Dahl? Unmute your mic, Tim Dahl.
Damn, I apologize. Today we're going to talk about Michael Phelps. On this day in history, Michael Phelps 2 times created Olympic records at 2 separate times, 2008 and in 2016. Michael Phelps made in 2008 in Beijing Olympics. Michael Phelps made history by winning 8 gold medals, the most gold medals won by an athlete at a single Olympic Games at the time. And he broke the record made by Mark Spitz. That was in 1972. And he also set the 7 world records, also set 7 world records during the games with 8 gold medals coming in a 4x4 relay, where the United States edged out France in just 0.08 seconds. His 8 gold medal performance became one of the defining achievements in Olympic history and helped establish Phelps as the most decorated Olympian ever. Now, with that being said, okay, you can play. Let me get that. Man, Phelps War. Here we go. My apologies.
This day in history. On August 13, 2008, Michael Phelps won 3 gold medals in one day in the Beijing Olympics. They were in the 200-meter medley, the 200-meter butterfly, and the 4x200 freestyle relay. He went on to win 8 gold medals in that Olympics, breaking the record set by Mark Spitz in 1972.
Damn.
Tim Dog. Oh, if you good. Okay.
I heard it.
Thank you for that, Tim Dog.
No.
Shada, please hurp and come
Hold
back.
on. 2016, he also set a record for winning his 23rd and final Olympics in Athens.
All right.
So,
Shada, hurp and
on
come
this
back.
day, man,
Esports.
shut up.
Hurp and come back, Shada. Fellas, it's been a while.
Smoking that weed too.
No, I was rushing and I didn't think. Never mind. I talked to y'all.
All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was one of the purest form of PEDs from the earth. Also. Damn, Joe.
That's it.
Damn, Joe.
As a matter of fact, what's sad is, Joe, that's supposed to slow him down. He still was kicking in high gear.
Still kicking it high again. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while. We are back with our what? Weird sports. And what weird sport is that? Sports that if you're not a natural athlete, if you can't get out there, shoot a basketball, hit a baseball, play golf. If you can't even walk right, I guess, or race, these are sports that you could do. We brought you some great ones. We brought you hobby horse racing. If you're a man, you got low sperm, you got sperm racing, so you can't win that one. What else we brought you? We brought you roof ball.
Man, hobby horse.
Yeah, hobby horse. We don't brought you so many. Yeah, we not brought you so many.
Beer
mile.
Yeah, the beer mile. We don't brought you so many of them that hey, we ran out of them. But Joe sent it to me first, Pharaoh.
Okay.
So here you go.
Joe.
On your mark, get set, clean. It's the Housekeeping Olympics. Teams from the most popular hotels in Las Vegas battle it out in the annual event. Bed making is a favorite. These ladies and gentlemen can make a bed in mere seconds. The team from Resorts World took the top prize. These guys are trying to clean up in the mopping obstacle course. And look at the competition for vacuuming skills. Hey, you missed a spot. And what the heck is going on here? Why, it's the buffer pad toss, of course. Those pads are used to shine up the miles of marble flooring all over Sin City. Someone added the music from Chariots of Fire to this highlight reel. Perfect. Teams snagged trophies and gold medals.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Joe, great minds think alike. Cause I said that shit to him too. I don't know how the fuck I came across it. My algorithm is jacked up, son.
What happened to the toilet cleaning contest?
I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
God
damn.
damn.
All of them, man, that should be the number one right there.
Yeah, hey, dog.
That's why they look so shitty. No pun intended.
I tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, weird sports, boy. It's shit out there you could do. You like, God damn it, I could do that.
Man,
I never even thought about something like that.
I'm trying to think, why would you even be a competitor in some bullshit like that?
I don't know either, ladies and gentlemen, but that's why we call it weird sports. Yeah, they did have a little crowd there. I tell you.
Hey, you know what else they can do in Vegas? They got a lot of strippers up there, so have a stripper Olympics.
They probably do got one. Hey,
but they can't show that. They can't show what they do though, Tim. That's the problem.
Exactly.
That's for your eyes only type of crowd.
Like they say, like my man said, no sex in the champagne room. No
That's
sex
it.
in the champagne room. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we about to close this show out, but we can't do that without me getting this goddamn question right that Pharaoh is about to give us. Oh, King, what you got for us this week, my brother?
Oh, snap.
You muted, Pharaoh. Unmute yourself.
Damn it, the damn mic. But 4 weeks football about to approach us. September 9th being the opening night of the NFL. Here's an NFL question for you guys. I read it. Who is the last coach to have the NFL's worst scoring defense in consecutive seasons?
Ooh.
Give me
worst scoring.
Give me old boy used to coach Cowboys right now, Mr. 8-8 himself. Redhead dude. What's his name, man?
I know who you're talking about.
That's who I got. You coach the Cowboys. Oh man, Mr. Hand Clap. Every time you see him on the side, he like this.
He said hand clap.
Yeah, Mr. Hand Clap. He was on Jason Garrett.
Jason's
okay. Yeah.
Give me Mr. Hand Clap.
Yeah. So I picked freaking fuck is his name? Goddamn Chucky's brother.
Oh, Raheem Morris. He said Raheem Morris.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. Chucky brother.
Jay Gruden.
Jay Gruden, yeah. He was trash. You say that because he was trash when he coached y'all.
That's what you trash.
Trash.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I'm going Mr. Hand Clap.
Shoot, who's ooh.
Raheem Morris, huh?
What's the other dude, man?
Hey.
I want to say,
that
is either him or say Brian Billick. Not Brian Billick. What's the dude Belichick from the Browns? Because he was trash when he coached the Browns. He was trash.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
He was trash.
You're right.
He was trash.
But you know, like you said, but I mean, you gotta look at what's the name? Cowboys had bad defense for a long time.
That's why Mr. Hand Clap.
They had bad defense. They was scoring points, but they was giving up the draws as fast as they.
Yeah, that's why. But that's why I'm still good with Mr. Hand Clap. Who you got, Tim Dog? Let's call somebody out. Shit, you might be right.
They talk about the Browns, but the Browns actually their defenses were always pretty decent considering their losses.
Carolina Panthers was
but I'm sticking with Jay Gruden.
Okay.
Jay Gruden.
Remember Jay Gruden, man, they couldn't buy a game, man. Them niggas were 3 and some shit, 4 and some shit.
I mean, you had so many teams though. You mean you had you had Tampa Bay, their teams was garbage because they couldn't get a win, you know. When what's it called? It went 0-16, the first 0-16 when the boy ran out the back of the end zone. Olaf. Detroit. So
Detroit.
They did that twice.
Yeah, I'm saying you got some terrible teams out there. But I'm gonna go with Mr. Hand Clap. Tim Dog, we waiting on you, man. Just say a name, shit. Just that team shit.
I'm just gonna ride. I'm gonna ride with Farrell because either that or I'm just gonna because I'm thinking the Jets.
I got Jets always have good defenses.
I got you. What's the answer there, Farrell?
Here's the answer, y'all. Here's the answer. Boom.
Rod Marinelli.
We said you said it. You said it. You said it. Look at that.
I told you, yeah.
2 years in a row, this nigga had to.
I didn't know his name, but I do have to be the Lions because they was trash.
Yeah. But hey,
Rod Marinelli, he's a good head. I mean, he was a good defensive coach. He was but the
Lions' offense was
my god. Yeah, that's what old boy ran at the back of the end zone. Yeah. With old boy Megatron said he went to the sideline and the guy was laughing. He was like, "What everybody laughing at?" And you like he point at the screen and say, "Look at it, he just ran at the back of the end zone."
Oh yeah, thank you.
But there it is, ladies and gentlemen, with my main man, Pharaoh. The man on the street got it half right. Then it wasn't Mr. Hand Clap, but I did say it was the Lions. Thank you for that, Pharaoh, with that trivia question of the week. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Before we go, we all like to give you something to think about, something funny. Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go, my brother? And make sure you shout out your social media so the people can follow you as well.
Man, you ever? I'm sure everyone has said, "Boy, it's a great place to visit, but I don't want to live there." I am so glad that my mama doesn't live anywhere near the city of Baltimore, because these YNs out here are killing people just randomly. And to me, and it's so weird because I was just talking to my brother about this. What happened to the summer jobs? What happened to the summer programs? Oh, I forgot. It went to the White House, you know, it's going to Felon 47. And people always say, well, these kids need something to do. Well, they had something to do, but somebody took it away because they felt as though the money needed to go somewhere else. So what else are they supposed to do? It's an epidemic, and it's something that I'm sure every American in a major city is dealing with. You know, the crime and the hardships that's going on right now. It's people can't even afford to breathe the air because it costs money to feed the body to breathe the air. And that's sad. During tough times, I always say, you know, you can make a difference. It didn't have to be like this, is what I'm saying. But hey, I digress. It's done gone, bridge over the water. Now there's a newer time coming, something that you can do to change the hardship that you're going through. You know, get on your ass on out there and, you know, knock on your neighbor's door. Hey, how much are groceries right now? Can you afford to keep your house on? If you can't, get your ass on out there and vote so you can change it. That's the only way things are going to change. Sitting out here wishing and hoping and praying, ain't going to happen. Follow me on Instagram, Father's Love 99. Follow me, my son and my grandson.
There it is. Thank you for that, Tim Dog. My main man, Pharaoh King. What you got for the people before we go, my brother?
Before I get into mine, I want to add something to Tim's, because he is absolutely right with the programs and stuff. This pay to play for the sports that you see going on in the United States now. Think of all the talent that is not being represented because of this money that's used to play soccer, basketball, football, or baseball with this AAU bullshit. You're getting subpar competition. Like Lil Wayne say, you don't even come up to that chest. You know what I'm saying? Like the competition is being subdued because people got money to play. That's why the World Cup sucks for the United States. The pay to play has given them subpar athletes to go against the world that had people like Pele that came from nothing. You know what I mean? There's nothing for these people that pay to play. They got everything. So their heart isn't in it like a person who's on the street trying to make it big. And I believe with this pay to play and the less access for children to have a place to go has led to what you're talking about, Tim Dog, and people doing dumb shit because they have nothing else. Parents ain't there, but they're too busy working 5 jobs just to afford some fucking food. So that's all I gotta say. But that's it's just crazy, man. The programs are there. They took it away because people of color are not looked upon as equals. That's
there
just
it is. All right, Pharaoh. So what you got, man?
I don't have nothing as serious as Tim Dog, Pharaoh King _71, King Ryan Facebook. I just want you to know everybody's read Little Red Riding Hood and all this other stuff. It has a little happy ending, whatever the case is. But in some versions, because I looked it up, in some early versions, Little Red Riding Hood wasn't as good as you thought. She actually and the wolf actually ate the grandma together. Just let y'all know.
There it is. Thanks for that, Pharaoh King. Mm-hmm. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have nothing that deep either. I don't know who's eating what, who eating who, but it wasn't me. Ladies and gentlemen, you always find me at the Man on the Street Show on YouTube and on Facebook. Once again, I want to thank everybody that's been following me, especially on Facebook. Man, the Man on the Street is up to 22,000 followers, and it's continuing to climb. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You let me know that, hey, I'm doing a good job doing what I'm doing. But you also catch us I wasn't so good. You also catch me at Creative Canvas Expression. That's my AI channel. I tell AI what I want to do. AI does it. I put it up. But when I found out that you can't copyright AI, I find somebody else shit. If I like it, I'm gonna put it up on my channel like I created my damn self. You can also catch us every Friday night. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back this Friday for the one that set it off, which is the original podcast that we started that we call Two Cigars in a Blunt. Man, we talk news, politics, entertainment, no sports. So make sure you check us out on Friday night at 8 o'clock. But then you want to stick around for our after show. We call it Ashed Out. Man, that's when everything just goes haywire because everybody gets the chance to talk about what they want to talk about. Usually we go straight. We will make a right turn. But like Tim Dog famously said, when we make that left, we can drive that bitch right off the goddamn cliff. But make sure you come back and check us out on Wednesday night for what you're watching right now, the Better Than Sex Post podcast. And as you can see, when we talk sports, we do it, and we do it very, very well. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street.
4 weeks to football.
And you know what that means? Get your chicken wings around and your dips and chips and whips and chips and all that stuff. Tim Dog, be more careful.
Yeah, right, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, if you don't come check us out on Friday night, you're going out and you're going to have a good time. Don't drink and drive. Get an Uber. Better yet, you could walk. You know, I don't know if they still got taxis or catch a goddamn taxi or one of those robotic cars.
Get Lyft.
Yeah, Lyft or Waymo, one of the robotic cars. Get in there. Do not be a Tiger Woods or right now, my favorite, don't be a goddamn Tony Romo. Ladies and gentlemen, and with that, we are out.